Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is an unboxing for a pen that I purchased back in March, but I ordered it with a specific nib grind that took it a couple months to get to me. So let's check it out. Okay, so the pen that I ordered is the Visconti Kaleido. It's nice. Oh, it's so heavy. So this is my first Visconti vacuum fill pen. Oh, that's nice. I love that nib. That's very nice. So this is a 14 karat gold nib. Very high quality clip. That's a very nice clip. I like the design of the V's. Yeah, so you can see yep, that's nice. I didn't even realize that there were going to be flecks or flakes of glitter in this pen. I don't even know how to describe this. So it has like this very subtle pink color and this aqua blue. Yeah, I was actually expecting purple, but I kind of like the pink. I like how the pink shows up in this acrylic, and it's got some pearlescent business going on right there. The cap is pretty weighty. The pen feels really heavy, but once you uncap it, it still has some weight to it, but it is not too heavy to write with. So I believe this is a very nice pen. Let's do some size comparisons. Oh, before we get there, let's see what else do we have in the box. Okay. Interesting, got history, craftsmanship, explosive force. That's a beautiful pen. Okay. Okay, so that is everything. Now let's take a look at some size comparisons. Let's see a size comparison with my currently inked pens. That is the tallest. So let's take a look at them uncapped. Okay, so it is the largest pen or the tallest pen capped, but Pilot Vanishing Point is the tallest. So it's about the same as the Lamy Safari. It's taller than the Lamy 2000. Comparison between these two pens is about the same height, same length. It does post, but it feels really ridiculous. That cap is super heavy. I believe it's just the perfect length for my hand. Let's see what kind of inks I would like to have. Oh, I love the cap. I love the colors in the cap. Oh, it's just so pretty. Let's see what shade of blue would I like to have, or aqua would I like to have in here. This is a nice combination. I think Robert Oster Marathon Blue, I think that's a nice combination. Poseidon Green, quite possibly, yes. Dominant Industry Lake. Caribic. Mar Caribe. Honestly, Wearingold Wayfarer would be a very nice pairing with this pen. Let's take a look at the pinks and purples. Cardona, Kindness Pink would probably be nice in there, but I would probably go something closer to something like Colorverse Alpha Blue. That's not going in here, but it is a very nice match. Wearingold Flowers on the Way would be a nice one. Spadina Rose would be really good in here as well. I wonder if I'd like to actually put some sort of shimmering ink in here. If I were to do a shimmering ink, I probably would prefer Wearingold's Wayfarer. That aqua blue color with the pinkish purple shimmer would really complement this pen. Robert Oster Cherry Blossom, Bouquet d'Antan. Jane Eyre would go nicely. Dominant Industry Pearl Sunset would be nice. It's got like a pink shimmer to it. I think I'm gonna go for Robert Oster Marathon Blue for this pen, just because it's a vacuum fill and I have a full bottle of ink to use for it. I'm gonna ink this up and then test it out on some paper so that I can see how this cursive italic nib performs for me. Can't wait, be right back. Okay, so I have this inked up with Robert Oster Marathon Blue. And this is a cursive italic grind on a fine nib. Okay, so let's try this out. This top sheet is full paper. This is the Visconti. Oh, I love the bounce on this nib. Yes. This is lovely. It's so smooth. I'm so happy. I'm happy already. This is Tomoe River paper, 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. Yes. Unicorn. Galaxy. Yeah. I love it. This one is Midori letter paper. And it is a fine cursive italic, inked with Robert Oster or Oster. I love it. This has been ground to perfection. So I purchased this directly from Dan, thenibsmith.com, because I wanted to be sure that my pricey Visconti nib would write perfectly. And I would also be able to get a special grind. So even though it took about 8 weeks for this pen to get to me, this grind, this pen, this combination, this experience was so very worth the wait. That is my first experience with the Visconti Kaleido Unicorn Galaxy. If you have any questions about the pen, or if you have any experience with this pen, I'd like to hear what you think about it. Happy new pen day! Okay, before I go, I just wanted to make some comparisons between, or among, these are some of my most expensive fountain pens. And I'd like to just talk about each one. These two are pretty comparable in size. Let's take a look at the nibs. The Leonardo nib is bigger. Let's take a look at those two beside the Aurora nib. I really do enjoy the look of all three of these. So we've got two 14 karat nibs and an 18 karat gold nib, two piston fill pens, and one vacuum filled pen. So the thing that I notice almost immediately is that these two fountain pens are super high gloss. This one has more of, it's somewhere between matte and high gloss. I guess it's got that satin finish. This reminds me of those satin finish type fountain pens that you would get from smaller makers. And it's not a good or a bad thing. I guess it just sets my expectations for the feel of this pen. I actually do like how this feels, but I like this area of the pen. It feels really nice. It feels weighty in the hand. The vacuum fill experience, I got a pretty good fill after about 2 to 3 tries. I think it did pretty well. I think that Marathon Blue, Robert Oster Marathon Blue, is a really good match. This fountain pen, I did purchase it at full price, but I had already had my eye on this pen. Because the ink color is just so close to the color of this pen, I can't even tell if, like, maybe that is ink that got into this section of the pen, but I can't quite tell because it is such a close match to the colors of the acrylic. This reminds me of those glittery mechanical pencils and gel pens that I used to have in school growing up. I would say that this pen is worth the price, especially since I got the nib grind that I really wanted. I am very happy. Oh, hold on, let me. There are a couple things that are slightly off with this fountain pen. So if you really look at the seams, it feels like this silver band is ever so slightly misaligned with the barrel of the pen. So it sticks out on this side, but it does not stick out on this left side. And it's the same thing with this band on the cap. The band sticks out on this side. I can catch it with my fingernail, but over here, I can actually catch the acrylic with my nail on that side. So this band is kind of like off to the left. So some of those things I would expect not to see in such an expensive fountain pen, but honestly, it's not so bad that I would have an issue with it. I do like that slip and seal, or a hook and lock, hook safe. What is it called? I like capping and uncapping this pen. It's so quick and easy and satisfying. All right, I think that is it for my first impressions of this fountain pen. It just glides so wonderfully, so nice and smoothly on all three of these papers, Tomoe River, Iroful, Midori. And the color is pretty consistent across three papers as well. So thank you again for watching my unboxing video. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.